When you were first diagnosed with chronic kidney disease or CKD, were you given a one-page handout or maybe a list of foods that are good and foods that are bad for CKD? This is really common. So if you're saying, yes, Kelsey, I received these useless things, you are not alone. So many of my clients and people in my CKD nutrition community on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok have also received these handouts and lists. And the reason you probably received just like a one-page handout or a one-page list is because your doctor's office or healthcare team is not trained in nutrition. They are likely not registered dietitians that specializes in renal nutrition or chronic kidney disease nutrition. They are medical managers. So they are doctors, nurse practitioners, physician's assistants, nurses, patient care technicians, things like that, that are responsible for your medical management of your CKD, not your nutrition management of your CKD. So this is a very distinct difference, right? They are not trained in nutrition, and most healthcare providers only get maybe one course or one class in basic nutrition, not nutrition that is specialized in a specific subject or disease state. So when you receive these handouts or lists of things to eat and not eat with CKD, it's important to remember that most of the time, a lot of that information is not going to be accurate. It's also going to be very outdated. And the reason why it's outdated is because way back when, we used to think that a renal diet or a kidney diet was simply eating foods that wouldn't stress out your kidneys. So a lot of people suggested eating animal protein like chicken, fish, lean beef, as well as things like white bread, white rice, steamed broccoli with no flavor, steamed asparagus, salad with just oil and vinegar. These really bland, simple foods. But now, with so much more research and practice and experience in renal nutrition, we know that that outdated information about the renal diet, the kidney diet from way back when is not accurate anymore. We know that taking a really inclusive approach to eating for CKD can be so much more beneficial. We also know that things that are often off limits for CKD on Dr. Google are really beneficial for the kidneys, like whole grains, nuts, seeds, peanut butter, almond butter, beans, legumes, fruits, vegetables, oils like olive oil or avocado oil, healthy fats like avocados. These foods are often demonized, and it's because of that old renal diet that we all used to recommend and used to follow years ago. But we just know that that diet is not suggested anymore. And including those more plant-based foods that I mentioned is going to benefit your kidney health so much more. So if you have that handout or that list, I would say to throw it out, honestly. I would also recommend to work with a renal dietitian. I am a renal dietitian. I help people all across the US, but unfortunately, I'm not your renal dietitian. So I can't give individualized support like this is how much sodium or this is how much protein you need because I just don't know you, right? But working with a kidney dietitian, a renal dietitian that can look at your lab work and actually know what to suggest to you is going to be the most important thing. You can head to my website, ckdnutrition.com, to learn more about working with me and if we'd be a good fit together. You can also go to the National Kidney Foundation website to find a renal dietitian that is covered by your insurance. What questions do you have for me about that old renal diet versus the new kidney friendly diet, as I like to say? Let me know in the comments below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.